As I settle into the fall season, life really starts to slow down for me. After a busy spring and summer, I feel like I can start catching up a little bit on everyday life outside of the garden. Most people do spring cleaning, but for me, this tends to happen in the fall months after a lot gets overlooked during the full swing of gardening season. But over the last few weeks, I've been able to get the last of the preserving done, clean up and organize some spaces I've been meaning to do for months, and I've also been working on a few projects I've been wanting to get done. So let me show you what that's looked like. I'm gonna start today by organizing this closet. So I don't know if I've ever shown my closet on the internet, but I can't even press out in here. My closet is that tiny, but lucky enough for me, I like to keep a pretty minimalistic wardrobe. A few years back, I actually went more of a capsule style where I was just getting my hands on good quality basics that I could have for a lifetime that really wouldn't go out of style. And over the last 2 years, I've added a few more like statement pieces, which has been really fun to have the balance, but I'm really passionate about finding really good quality items. If you know anything about good quality material clothing, it's quite expensive, but I do like to keep a very staple wardrobe that I can just intermix so many different things and make so many different outfits with. And this was something I did not do for years, but it's been something I have loved. I never really have to think about what I'm gonna wear because everything kind of just goes together or it's its own piece in itself. But today I'm gonna get out some of my summer items out that I can't really transition into the fall month, like this dress here. This one is actually one of my absolute favorites, and you guys ask about this all the time. So when I was going down my rabbit hole of wanting things 100% cotton, 100% wool, doing any non-synthetic items, I started to realize how expensive a lot of those things were. So I actually stumbled across ThreadUp because you can type in and mark what type of materials you want their database to scroll through. And I don't know about you, but thrifting is really hard and I can't really ever find good quality items in my area. But this allowed me to be able to search those items. And I've had this dress now for, I think this is year 3. This dress has been a staple for me and it fits amazing and the quality of it is amazing. And that was my first experience with ThreadUp. And ever since I have loved using them. So I actually got a few items. I ordered a few items for the fall season to actually intermix into my closet and add a little bit more fall in, since I really don't have too many fall staples. I've been working on my fall and winter wardrobe. So I ordered it from ThreadUp and I would like to thank them today for sponsoring today's video. Let's see what I got. First up, got this really cute dress from Madewell. So whenever I see a dress like this, I'm instantly thinking 90s sitcom Sabrina the Teenage Witch fall type of vibes. I loved the color on it and it is super comfortable. This next one here is one I'm really excited about. It's this really cute sweater that also gives very 90s vibe, but it's 100% cotton. It's knit. It's from a company called BB Dakota. I really like this. It's not fully cropped, but it's cropped enough. The estimated retail on this is $99 and I got this one for $18.74. So this next one here is one of my favorite brands. This is Mate the Label. This is 100% organic cotton. So when I saw one of the crops I wanted a year ago, I was like, yeah, I definitely want to get that because it fits so well with a good pair of sweatpants, but it's also done really well that I can just throw this on with a pair of jeans. For the jean reference, here we go. You really can't go wrong with a good staple. So next we got a shoe. This is from the brand Lucky. I wanted a slip-on boot like this for the last few years and these were a killer deal. Estimated retail price on these is $138 and I got them for $45.99. So I definitely think I saved the best for last. This is a sweater I have been looking out for years. I've wanted a really good quality wool dark green sweater and this was the first thing I found on the website and I was like, that has to be mine. It has such beautiful detailing all over it. There's multiple different details and cable knit and it's heavy. I honestly think this is going to be my new favorite staple. It's 100% wool. These types of sweaters are expensive. The estimated retail is $458, but I got it for $154. This thing is absolutely amazing and it fits beautifully. If you liked anything I picked out, you can shop similar ones in the link down below. And you can also get 40% off your first order with the code BREE40. Thank you so much, ThredUp, for sponsoring today's video. When I started to buy more like high quality items and I can just tell the difference, I really started taking better pride in my clothing. Like, I don't buy a lot because stuff is expensive typically when you want something that is of higher quality. So whenever I do decide to bring something into my closet at this point, I really do try to make sure it's going to be something that isn't going to ride any type of fashion trend. It's a little bit more classic, and it's also something a little bit more versatile. So for example, a lot of my dresses are longer and I can wear these with sweaters, and these are more of a year-round item. And I have some other like longer sweaters that can go on top of a few things. But I do have a few white dresses that I don't really wear in the winter. I have short overalls I won't be wearing because whenever it gets cold, I'm a very warm nature person. I have to be bundled and warm. So, you know, I'm really realizing as I'm going through this that I have three things really in this closet. I have dresses, I have overalls, and I have sweaters. So you can see I really do kind of stick to a lot of neutrals, and then the colors I do have are all fairly similar, to where that makes it really easy to grab and go so many different things in my closet, even though it looks like I don't have a lot, which in retrospect to a lot of Americans, I don't, but this allows me to make so many different outfits, and I love all these things. So game plan for the day is I'm gonna go to the antique mall. I really want to try to find a few little lamps, like small little lamps that I can put into the corner of the kitchen or like in the corner of my desk area. Even just maybe something to kind of cozy up the space a little bit for fall, since we're spending more time indoors. I walked through the entire place and there was like maybe 5 lamps. I'm not exaggerating. Typically when you go to an antique mall, you see a ton of lamps. Well, there was like none. And I'm walking out. I am heading out the door, and I am maybe 6 feet. I would say maybe 8. 6 to 8 feet away from the door. I look over to my left, and like in this little nook, I see this lamp. I was like, man, that is actually, I think, what I'm looking for. If it works, I'm gonna get it. So I asked the lady behind the counter if she would plug it in for me to see if it works, and it has an amazing cord, and I got it. So this was actually 30 bucks, and it is so heavy and beautiful, and it actually fits this space quite perfectly. It's not too short, it's not too tall, has a few inches. It sits in this little nook so beautifully. It really couldn't have been more perfect. So I am so excited about this. I was looking for little lamps like this for a while, and I really just didn't want to purchase anything new. I really love character of old things, but you can see, so the glass on it is definitely needing a good cleaning. I have debated painting this a black color, but I honestly don't know. I had this plugged in and I don't mind it. So I might leave the brown for now. I don't think the brown looks bad, especially when it's in the corner and everything. I think black might look better, but I really like the antiqueness of the current coloring going on, because there's some like blue, there's some bronze, but I am, regardless, I'm gonna get this glass cleaned up. So one thing I love is, I was like messing with this at the store. I wanted to see if I could remove the glass. Yes, this needs, ooh. This needs a really, really good clean. I think if this looks cleaner, I think I will like the base and the bronze a little bit better. But if I don't, I did buy some black spray paint. But I was looking up on YouTube what to do for this like yellowy, dusty glass to get it clean. And I saw people do a mixture of boiling water. So I'm gonna get some water on the stove, get it hot. I don't know if I'll like let it boil, but I'm gonna get it really hot. I'm gonna throw some dish soap in there and then some vinegar. That's gonna be the combo. I'm gonna let it soak, and then I'm gonna scrub it because this is really gross. I'm just gonna warm up some water, and then I'm gonna put the vinegar and soap in that and let it soak. Oh, wow. Look how clear it already looks. Holy crap, okay. I didn't think like a yellowy tone would look good with black, but this got really clear. Okay. So I have decided I am going to paint it. It does not look right with a clean top. So I am gonna go ahead and spray paint it. Okay, here is the after. I love it. I think it fits the space so perfectly. Good morning. I am going to be cleaning my shed today. Not really the most exciting thing, but it's driving me nuts. It's better than past years. It's been more organized this year than any of the other years. But during peak gardening season, I'm really just, I throw stuff in there and then it's chaotic. And I'm really just over everything being chaotic. So I have stuff I have netting, which I should have used on my fall stuff because I have been picking caterpillars off my broccoli like crazy. And I just neglected to do this because it was in this pile and I was like, I don't feel like dealing with it. So now I'm dealing with caterpillars instead. I also have a bunch of plastic for winter. Like I just need to organize everything. Like I also have I have frost fabric. So I have insect netting, solar, like greenhouse plastic. I have frost fabric and they're all just kind of piled in here. Like I want to fold these up nicely because I'm going to have to use my frost fabric really soon and I have to know what I have on hand. I'm pretty sure I have enough for everything, but this is all such a mess. And yeah, we're gonna get this organized. I just have bins of random stuff. You know, I wish I was naturally a more organized person, and man, I've gotten better over the years, but I'm still just, my husband is very organized and meticulous and loves things in a certain place. And I try, even when I try, I still just fall short. I don't know. Oh, it feels so much better. The floor is clean. It doesn't have a bunch of leaves and dirt. I know where all of my tools are. And speaking of, I literally searched for this paintbrush for multiple hours before trying to stain the coop. And then I found another brush it worked, but this was my staining brush for the coop. And yeah. You guys, look how many loofahs are currently drying all over. I really need to come through and pick these. I think we do. We have one of our last cantaloupes of the year. I have this small one right here and a few other small ones, but I'm gonna go eat this. I'm hungry. Today I'm getting what I think is gonna be the last coat of stain onto this. It's really starting to look good and even again. So I was at the store yesterday, and I just decided to go ahead and get some lemons and ginger for tea. I want to freeze dry this fresh and then just be able to throw some boiling water over it, and then I have lemon ginger tea. So I'm going to actually leave the rinds on the lemon and slice those relatively thin, and then I am going to skin the ginger and get that all chopped up. All right, so I got all the lemons done, and I also got a tray of ginger done. I do have a little bit more ginger I could do, but not enough to fill a whole tray. So I'm just gonna leave that for whatever I do fresh. And all of this is gonna go into the freeze dryer. I'm sure you can hear at the freeze dryer at the moment. I have rounds of candy currently going, but I am going to transplant lettuce that I sowed a little bit back. And I also have one, this is a container pea plant. They're supposed to do well in like small little containers. So I need to get this guy transplanted as well. So I'm going to do some transplanting today. My idea for my seed starting area over winter is to make it more of a fodder system slash like greens area for me. I want to try to continue to grow lettuce and spinach and stuff like that throughout winter, and then I also want to grow a bunch of different grass and microgreens and stuff like that for the chickens and also my cats. My cats love wheatgrass. I just keep forgetting to order the seeds, so note to self, order seeds. But I need to get this stuff transplanted. I did soil blocks. The roots are just going absolutely crazy, and there's a few heads. I never thinned these out, but they've been doing quite well. They look beautiful, but I do need to get them into some bigger pots. I do need to mix up some more soil, so I just keep this little bin in my seed starting area, and whenever I need to transplant anything or start seeds, I will typically dump organic potting mix into this bin, and then I do a bunch of pre-moistening of the soil just so the soil is just even throughout in moisture. I am using these, I think they're 3.5 or 3-inch pots. I really like these. I've used them for years now. And I'm going to fill it up about halfway, press down some of that soil, and then I'm just going to take my soil block. I probably will thin these out a little bit once I get everything transplanted. And then I'm just going to fill the soil in around the gaps. Ta-da! As we all know, I'm in this kitchen a lot, and it's been driving me absolutely insane while I've been doing a ton of preserving and cooking throughout the summer. And one of those things is my drawers. So I obviously do not have a lot of storage space in this kitchen whatsoever. And again, I am not the best at organization. So I'm really hoping this helps because I decided to invest in nice storage organizers for my drawers. I currently have like a bunch of these individual containers, and what ends up happening is all of these move around and then they get stuck and then I can't open my drawer, and it's not organized because they don't really fit exactly. So I have things here, there, everywhere. It's honestly, it's terrible. It's probably one of the most embarrassing parts of my house. But I got one for my actual silverware, and then I got another one that I really like because it has knife blocks. I used to have my knives hanging up on the wall, but then I couldn't trust my knives hanging out on the wall with my cats. So I started putting them in the drawer. And again, it's just, they are nice knives and I want them to stay nice, and this will keep them in place. So I'm gonna get my drawers organized. There's more in this kitchen I need to get organized, but I'm going to do the drawers because this is my #1 priority. I have all these little individual containers for my silverware, and then this drawer is just chaotic, so yeah. And you know, this should be my main concern drawer. This is the 3rd drawer. If I can get these 2 other ones organized, I'm gonna try to figure out a situation for this without trying to buy anything. This feels so much better. I was able to fit a good amount more in these drawers, and that really freed up space for that 3rd drawer that was absolutely crazy. And then I also got the last drawer organized as well. Well, I think this is where I'm going to sign off. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for hanging out with me this week. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye.